Maandamano yatakayokuwepo ni ya watu kwenda vituoni kupiga kura. Hakuna maandamano mengine yatakuwepo hapa.
Tanzania was the land of peace, calm, and unity, but in 2025, that peace is being tested like never before. From the streets of Dar es Salaam to the campuses of Dodoma, a new wave of anger is rising, led by the youth and directed straight at the President Samia Suluhu Hassan.
Leo, vituo vyote kini kituo cha 6 tunateketeza mama zako Samia.
What went wrong? How did the country that once prided itself on stability suddenly find itself on the edge of chaos? This is the story of how Tanzania's young generation turned against their own president. When Samia Suluhu took over in 2021 after the sudden death of John Magufuli, she was seen as a symbol of hope, Tanzania's first female president, a leader promising freedom, openness and dialogue.
Samia Suluhu Hassan, naapa kwamba nitakuwa mwaminifu kwa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. Mimi Samia Suluhu Hassan naapa kwamba nitatenda kazi zangu za urais.
Her early moves impressed the world. She reconnected Tanzania with international partners, lifted bans on the press, and gave space for opposition voices. But beneath the calm surface, frustration was building, especially among the youth. Unemployment was high, cost of living was rising, and social media had become the new battlefield for political expression.
Naam, nyuma yangu ni baadhi ya wananchi ambao wamejitokeza kuandamana, lakini wamekutana na nguvu ya polisi.
And when Samia's government started tightening control again, the same young people who once cheered her began to turn on.
Kama unavyoona, hii ni hadi ya magari ya Mwigulu Mchemba ya Esther. Yote watu wameyateketeza moto.
The breaking point came when the government announced new economic policies that hit ordinary citizens the hardest. Fuel prices spiked, taxes were raised, and basic goods became unaffordable for many. Then came the crackdown on student protests. What started as peaceful demonstrations at the University of Dodoma quickly spread across campuses nationwide. Police were deployed, arrests made, and videos of violent confrontation flooded TikTok and X. Suddenly, the government wasn't just dealing with angry youths, but a full-blown movement. Online, a hashtag started trending, hashtag Tanzania New Generation, or hashtag Idi Amin Mama, symbolizing a call for accountability, transparency, and jobs. Influencers, artists, and even some young politicians joined in, amplifying the message.
Acheni kukaa nyumbani vijana, sogeni barabarani muandamane kwa ajili ya nchi yenu. Acheni uoga, watu wako barabarani.
To many young Tanzanians, Samia's government had become the same system they grew tired of, disconnected, slow, and unbothered by their struggles. And what made it worse, the government's communication felt distant, press conferences, formal statements, and silence when the people demanded answers. The youth no longer wanted speeches, they wanted change. In response, Samia Suluhu doubled down. She accused foreign-funded groups of fueling unrest, warning citizens against being misled by online propaganda.
Maandamano yatakayokuwepo ni ya watu kwenda vituoni kupiga kura. Hakuna maandamano mengine yatakuwepo hapa. Hakuna tishio la kiusalama litakalo kuwepo. Anayesema ni amiri jeshi mkuu wa nchi hii. Niwaombe ndugu zangu, twendeni mkapige kura. Matusi niachieni mimi, na yabeba kwa niaba yenu. Manabii wetu, Bwana Yesu alisulubiwa kwa kukomboa watu kwa amri ya Mungu, lakini alikuwa anafanya kazi ya watu. Nabii Muhammad alipigwa mpaka akatolewa meno kwa kufanya kazi ya kukomboa watu kwa amri ya Mwenyezi Mungu. Samia Suluhu aliapa kuitumikia Tanzania, na ndicho ninachokifanya. Niliapa kuilinda nchi na ndicho ninachokifanya.
Her supporters claim the protests are politically driven, a plot to establish her government ahead of the next election. But the more she spoke, the louder the youth became. Police intensified patrols in major cities, curfews were introduced in some areas, and dozens of activists were detained. Instead of calming tensions, it only fanned the flames. By now, the world was watching. Human rights groups called for restraint, opposition leaders demanded dialogue. Even with Samia's party, whispers of internal division began to emerge. For the first time, President Samia's image as a unifying mother of the nation faced real danger. What began as small campus protests had turned into a generation uprising, a youth demanding to be heard.